Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Jordan Love, nice win on the road. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. If you're wondering where the Brock Purdy video is this week, guess where it is? The Quarterback School Patreon community, full game analysis over there. Hop over, check it out, enroll, become a member, support the channel. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Jordan Love, the Packers, finding a way to get it done on the road. Right here, a little naked keeper, LaFleur moving the launch point early. Really nice job from the over here on a little hit by block. A little box out at the rec. Up and over. Big chunk. Easy throw. So again, finding easy completions. Moving the launch point. Nice job by Jordan Love out on the edge. Nice simple throw on the move off platform. Put it right by him. And again, you can see that over coming across. Can't block somebody behind the ball. Give yourself up. Big chunk. Love to see it. Now, again, we talk a lot about this on the channel, but there's a bunch of different variations to essentially get someone in the flat. So you're going to get someone going to the flat. You're going to get someone on an over, most likely, and then you're going to get someone going deep, usually to the corner. So these are those three layers of what that kind of over naked keeper looks like. So as you come out of this thing, we talk a lot about having a plan to navigate the edge. Worst case scenario, someone free right here in your face, and you usually just read this thing 1, 2, and then kind of back to the flat. Usually this kind of corner pops as an alert more than anything else. But what I love here is just the nuance and detail of that over here, getting that block on. So at the point, you cannot block back. Like back in the day, this is an ambulance shot. You're going to try to smoke this cat and knock him into Saturday. But instead now, all you do is kind of do what I'm used to calling a hit by block. There's a lot of different terms for it. You essentially want to give up your back. So you essentially, it's like a bad moving pick or moving screen into the back of you. So just a really nice job there. Safety first, big chunk play, really nice play call. Just a lot to like. I love moving the launch point, finding easy completions, but also love to see the connected elements of high-level football. Making a good decision blocking, springs you for a big chunk down the sideline. Hell yeah. Next one here, beautiful play action. 8-person protection. We're going to run both the wide receivers, the number ones, on deep curls. Now, who knows if they both have deep curls or one's a read. It really doesn't matter. Jordan Love plays this thing with great anticipation, drives the ball down the field, on time, in rhythm. Hit that back foot, hitch out. Ball's up on his face, outstanding. So again, pretty simple concept. We got 8 people in on Pass Pro. We're only sending essentially 2 people out on true routes. So as we get out of here, boom. And again, who knows if one of these guys potentially has like a post option. If he can, doesn't really matter. If that's not there, you've got checkdowns. Usually check down in the flat, and then probably the back over the ball. And again, what I love here from Jordan Love, we're ripping this thing with anticipation deep down the field. So I'll pause it at the top, and you can see the anticipation because he's in rhythm. Fake, one hitch, ball's out. He's throwing it right there. You can see both receivers at the correct depth, right on the 25. Boom. Love seeing guys run those kind of mirrored routes at the synced up at the correct depths. You can see how it times out. Great job from Jordan Love driving that ball down the middle of the field. Big chunk. Outstanding. Again, great play call, play action, block it up. Look at the Pass Pro, rip it. Dot. Next one here, 3rd and 7. Jordan Love does a really nice job here. He is hot up top off the nickel. The Fighting Ejeros here coming from way too much depth. Thinks he's back on the B field. This thing never going to work. They're trying to hide it way too far off the inside eligibles, and Jordan Love makes him pay. I love seeing quarterback be able to get the ball out of his hand when he's hot and deliver a first down throw on 3rd medium. So again, we're going to shift from 2x2 to 3x1, and it's cover 0. Now, it doesn't look necessarily like 0 because we've only got one linebacker type up at the line of scrimmage. But what they're asking here on the back end is for this player to cover the number 3, or this player to cover the number 2. And then they're going to be rushing way from the heavens right here. So the first thing here is just, we're going to raise up and run double stick. Everybody's open. Got to go or fade down here to the bottom. It's open. But really what this is because we're not showing this and we're coming from depth, I like to think of it as every 5 yards deep for a rusher is an extra hitch. So right here, if he's this far deep, you can take 3 in a hitch. You're fine. Even though technically you might be hot, like no one's blocking this player, you're not going to get hit because he's coming from depth. As opposed to if he's up on the line of scrimmage, you got to get ready to go. So again, just watch the contour of this defense, trying to hide it too much, coming from too much depth. It ends up essentially being a waste. He's never going to get home going in the C gap up top, coming off the edge. So free runner, not an issue. Great job from Jordan Love seeing it, getting the ball out on time. Again, one of those things that just keeps coming up with him. Doesn't get hit. First down inside the 5. Let's go. Next one here. This is I think a really nice play from Jordan Love. It's also a combination of a few things that over the course of this game that happened. But man, you can really see Jordan Love drive this thing down the field. Yes, his guy takes a shot. You know, you don't love seeing quarterbacks throw guys into shots like this, but this is really a 1-2-3 full field. And it's close to late down the middle, but it's a big time catch. So to me here, this is an iteration of just stick flat up top, stick flat. If that's not there, kind of the number 2 thing is going to be this crosser. When that's not there, where the ball ends up going is going to be this in. So whether you want to say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, it's really this happens at the same time. 2 here, 3 here. And again, the big hit is going to be the middle field player. So because these guys just felt like they were, when I was watching the film, it felt like everyone is tight. Like they're not necessarily guessing, but kind of sitting on things. So they eventually take shots down the field. But man, this is one of those ones where if the middle field player is hitting your in like this, kind of on time on this thing, we got to take some shots down the field and push that guy off of us vertically. But this, for me, with Jordan Love, full field progression, ripping the ball 1, 2, 3. You can see the rhythm that he's playing with. And again, when he's locked in like this, I think he's playing his best. 1, no. 2, no. 3, yes. And again, the ball coming out, driving the ball down the field. You know, half anticipation there on a number 3 on a progression over the middle of the field. Pretty sweet. Now, again, you got to at least acknowledge the big hit, kind of the compromising situation you're putting your wide receiver in. Boom. It's a hell of a catch, too. Next one here, 3rd and 1. Now, it looks like Jordan Love is totally in control here, checking to what he wants down here to the bottom. Ends up being like a slant to the number 3. Now, the throw looks like it's off, but the reason that it's off is because I'm going to say that the left tackle is in the wrong here. Very rarely would you want the left tackle kicking out to a DB and having the running back block the defensive end. Usually the easiest way to think about these things with pass pro is you want big on big. You don't want the running back blocking the paid pass rusher. That doesn't make sense. But again, if they're going to blitz, you've got the perfect call on. So where you wouldn't ask your left tackle to kick out and block the nickel here or the star and have your running back coming across the formation to block the defensive end. Like no one's doing that. So it's either bad ball or probably just a missed assignment right here by the left tackle, because you can see the back is for sure hunting up this nickel over here. So if this thing was blocked up correctly and we had just a split second longer to make this throw, it's going to be a big hit. It's going to be really nice. Now they get bailed out here because the penalty. But man, it's one of those things where you can see here, this is a great call, nice hookup. You know, for 13, I'd say put the mailbox down and run. But man, we got to, I get that they've had some issues dealing with health at left tackle, but this is one of those ones where that can never happen. That's really putting your quarterback in a vulnerable spot. It's 3rd and 1. The defensive end has a free runner. What the hell? Good God. Next one here, 3rd and 7. So this one's got a few moving parts for me. The main reason it's on here is I just like the anticipation that Jordan Love is playing with. Now, they don't hook it up. He's going to try to work an out up top. We throw this thing with great anticipation. I think it's a decent throw. Looks like it hits him in the hands. It'd be a tough catch. But I think it's just another example, more evidence of the confidence that you can see with 10 being able to let these things go on time. 3rd down, medium, tough in the league. You're going to see him in control at the line of scrimmage, setting the protection. Now, the part that stings here is, and I'll pause it at the top, he lets this thing go early, right? Like he's beautiful base, boom, back foot hits, letting that thing go. You can see the receiver up top. That's good, tight coverage. I mean, borderline grabbing him, but we're letting that thing go early, right? This is capital A, anticipation, right on him, easy to see. He's about to throw that thing. He's hip to hip. That's open in the league. Now, the part that's a bummer, because if this is the matchup you want and that's the coverage you want, you got to let it go with that kind of timing on 3rd down. Outstanding. Of course, when you turn around and look, hey, if you would have read the other side, what would have happened? Well, they dropped somebody. That's always how it happens. So bummer in that regard, just a little unlucky. But again, I like the anticipation. I like the accuracy for the most part. I think he gets grabbed a little bit right there. That sure looks like a lot of contact beyond 5 yards. They don't call it. We don't hook it up. Tough one. But for Jordan Love and the things that you're looking for as far as consistency, being decisive, getting the ball out on time, in rhythm, playing with anticipation, pretty sweet. Again, this ball is, and it's right there. He certainly could catch it. It'd be a nice catch. But still, whew. Next one here, 3rd and 10, right before the end of the first half. Jordan Love going to hit the bottom 80, going in motion on the switch cross. Off platform, falling backwards. Again, that free safety coming out of the heavens to make that play. But this is a hell of a throw from Jordan Love. Off platform, kind of bailing out, feels that pressure inside. That is a massive throw on 3rd and 10. Just massive, massive play. I really like the design of this thing as well. So you get this little short motion, so they're not going to be able to come up and press us, coming across here. That's where the ball's going to end up going. But this play is going to be probably a hinge up top as the one. If that's not there, then you've got this switch release. So you're going to get the outside release, inside release, working that crosser. Then we're going to pair that with that in. So you can see here how everything is right to left, right? So you'd go 1, 2, 3 as you work this thing across. But the thing for Jordan Love here is he feels this pressure kind of come back into him like a tidal wave. So he's got to bail back out of this thing. So as he's moving off the launch point, he's still got the strength to be able to rip this thing to the crosser. This is a big time throw. 3rd and 10 to be able to make these kind of plays, because this is not there on time in structure. He's kind of playing kind of off platform, but still on time. So just a really nice job, big time quarterbacking. Again, the arm strength to be able to rip that thing that far down the field, get it up and down. It's a big, big time throw. Right before half, really important situational football. Look at how, I wouldn't even say it's easy gas. He's ripping it right there. That's a big time throw. Next one here, 3rd and 8. Jordan Love does a great job creating here. Nothing's there right out the gate. 3x2 empty. Escape the pocket up and out. Eyes downfield. Certainly could run. Instead, throw it for a touchdown. Hell of a play. Again, great patience, playmaking ability, the capacity to extend. We're not panicking. We're not just taking off. We're escaping, eyes downfield. Let your guys work, find grass, be on the same page. Hell yes. So for me, this is a bit of a unique coverage here for the Fighting Nigeros. I'm used to calling this stubby, and to me, this is just brackets. And what I mean by that is, normally I would say when it's off like this, most people would call this stump in the Saban world. But because he runs with the shallow up here, so he runs, it's essentially man-to-man. So we've got man-to-man right here. And then these 3 are essentially coning these 2. And then we're going to get the same coverage down here. These 3 on these 2. Now, it doesn't necessarily work out perfectly with the route distribution, but essentially it's 0. He's just locked up right here. So we're going to run a little 2-person game. I think they run a little scissors on the interior. So it's almost like up to the corner and then up on the under. And that's not there. And then he's able to kind of buy time back over here for the touchdown. So again, just sort out the coverage here. Watch that corner up top, lock on that number 1. So you immediately know you've got some iteration of brackets. Jordan Love, again, in control at the line of scrimmage. See that corner run up top? No one else is matching like that. So it creates that bastardized look a little bit to the field. Not there. Escape. See that under come back, work back to the goal line, touchdown. Awesome job. Just really love kind of the poise that Jordan Love showed here, being able to create in time, in structure, off platform, extending plays, showing the touch. I mean, that's a perfect throw, right? Right on him, protect himself, touchdown, hell yes. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I really do appreciate you subscribing to the channel, so thank you for taking the time and doing that. It means a lot to me. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep, deep dives on my favorite football topics. We have courses on RPOs, tempos, pass protection. How to beat every coverage is the best-selling course. We even have an entire offensive system available for you, so hop over there and enroll. The link is in the video description. We also have a bunch of free resources available, also linked in the video description. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here, third quarter, another example of Jordan Love beating the pressure. So we're going to be hot to his right, bottom of the screen. He gets the ball out. Beautiful ball location, leads to a big play. Now, obviously, got to hold on to the rock at the end of this thing. But when it's going your way, it's going your way. You get it right back. I just love the ball location. And again, another example of Jordan Love playing hot, not getting hit. So he knows what to do with the ball consistently. It's not a one-off. It's him just wrecking shop in essentially a blitz period here. So if they're going to come from the heavens again, so you can see the free runner here is going to be right here. Okay, so they've got 5 at the line of scrimmage. We have 5 in the pass protection unit, 5 offensive linemen. Everybody else is out. So we're going to have what I'm used to calling like a little spot or stick right here. And then the back is in the flat. Both good hot options. But again, because we're coming from depth here as a defender, you've got a little bit of time. So he's really able to kind of sort this thing out. I consider this like a vertical hot and like the horizontal hot. So if you're nervous someone's going to be in that flat area at all and you don't want to throw this flat, you got to hit the vertical hot. So just a really nice job here of Jordan Love. Again, just playing these pressure looks. Decisive. Look how quickly he gets the ball out. Not even getting close to getting hit. He's got multiple steps. Catch out. Now, it's a little bit easier in the quick game world. I'm not going to lie. But right here, this is well done. Free runner right in your face. Again, the ball location away from the near defender allows 87 to turn and go create, make that thing a big play. Just love the idea. Watch how quickly he's able to just whoop, get it out. And again, acknowledging the fact that, you know, he plays like quick game to the front side. Left, right, out. Beautiful job. Again, letting these guys eat. They had a nice job with the yak all day out there. Just the ball security at the end. Next one here, 3rd and 5 from the 5. Massive touchdown pass to start the 4th quarter for Jordan Love. The new number 1, 87. Patience to the front pylon. That's a dot of a throw. An absolute dot. Really nice job here navigating this thing. Again, playing on time, in structure, beautiful ball, precision, ball location. Really love the design here. So this little short motion, even if it's not the fastest motion in the world, just this little shuffle right here can cause some havoc on some defense. So what we're going to do scheme-wise here is the inside guys working across, up and back line. Probably should have used 2 different colors there. We'll go up and across, back line. Then we're going to allow those guys to clear and kind of get in the hip pocket of the number 2 and then run that quick out right on the front line. And if that wasn't there, you've got the nub tight end coming back across. So you can see everything kind of in your vision left to right for the quarterback. Now, I will say that even though I love the rhythm of Jordan Love's plan, sometimes he gets a little bit like fadeaway for me, almost for no reason. So when he hits that back foot, it's really hard to be consistent hitting that back foot and working backwards, as opposed to getting all your cleats in the ground, generating that consistent power base back hip, ripping that thing to be able to be precise. Now, right here, it doesn't matter because he throws a dot, but it's just something to pay attention to if you're looking for the consistency about, hey, why don't we see this all the time? You can see him working backwards right here. Top of the drop right there. Now watch that back foot backwards. And that's not a one-off thing. It's a characteristic of how he plays the position right now. But that is a dot of a touchdown pass. Beautiful job. Again, really like the design, the play call, the motion, rhythm. Awesome. Next one here, another naked keeper. Move the launch point. This time we're going to our left or the bottom of the screen. We're going to try to hit the over. It's the number 1 up top. Now it's really nice coverage. I personally think he grabs him a little bit just because it looks like the wide receiver's speed or gait changes a little bit. But I think this is a really nice throw. We're moving to our left. Kind of never can really get our feet set, but we rip that thing, see it really well. Again, it's one of those things for me where you know this is part of this offense. So it's baked into the DNA of what they do. Again, I've already talked about it. Somebody going deep, someone on the over, someone in the flat, almost universally across the board. If we're going to talk like wide receiver school element of this over for me, again, acknowledging the fact that this guy's a pretty good player. Okay, I personally would love to be able to get up here and not just run over here. Okay, so that to me is not what you want to do. What you'd like to do is get up here and kind of make him think you're going vertical and like almost stair step him and create some separation at some point. So he doesn't know what the hell you're doing. So once you come in here, he definitely knows, once you cross the hash, you're running the over. But if you come inside, give him something, and then separate, I think it times out a little bit better with the quarterback, and you create a little bit of space for yourself. So let's just watch that over and see how he kind of, what I'm used to calling just bananas that thing over there. So just like, that's too easy for the corner. And again, does he grab his hip? Is there a little extra contact there? Probably have a hard time convincing me that there isn't. For Jordan Love, though, I think he puts it right on him. Moving to his left, flipping his hips, making a good decision, seeing it quickly. Nice ball handling. Again, playing on the edge. That ball looks like it's right on the money, right? It looks like the wide receiver, like right there at the last second, you can see him like grab his hip, like, yo. So close. Next one here, 3rd and 9. Okay, this is where it starts getting a little tough for the Packers and Love. Down here to the bottom, this is a well-contested hook. So it's 3rd and 9. DBs, many of them are smart, and they will know you're trying to throw it right past the sticks. I thought that this was a missed opportunity for LaFleur because they'd already run this hook. I didn't put it on there earlier. It was just a nice, easy completion where you would love to be able to come up here, stutter at the sticks, and hit that kind of stutter go. Now, again, easy to say with a clicker and a marker. It just felt like we were a little bit, again, everything was tight here because they just weren't nervous about Jordan Love pushing the ball down the field. So again, the perfect call here to me here is up, stutter, hit it, and then if it's not there, then you can just work curl flat with the shallow coming across. But for me here, when you catch lurk, so we're going to go middle field closed, the weak safety is coming down playing that hole position, and you've got what I'm going to call is just a traditional like NFL hook route. At the top of this thing, it really matters. So most teams will be for hooks. You'll hit the top of this, usually 10 to 12, and then you're going to come straight back to the quarterback. The reason that's important is so you can play with anticipation. What you don't see a lot of in the league is like what I'm used to calling like old school button hooks or like curls where you're rounding these things in there. So anything that doesn't look like a straight line straight back to the quarterback to me is sloppy at the top. So I think this route could be a little tighter at the top, but I also think the play call, man, we just one beat off on taking our shot down the field. So, just the stutter right here at the bottom would have been a big hit. Now let's watch Edey's route at the top. So for me right there, he's rounding that thing as opposed to coming straight down. So I think this is a pretty good throw. Again, I like the rhythm, the base, the timing, the anticipation. Look at it. He's throwing that thing, right? The ball's off his hand before he turns around. But we round it, and now it comes off like it's like a miss on the inside. Well, he's anticipating you probably coming straight back to him. So just a little sloppy at the top more than anything else. And again, I think it stings a little bit when you look through the progression. If you didn't like it, you can see that shallow coming right into your vision. So no to the hook. It's man coverage. Damn. Shallow. Run away. Yes. Tough one. So the next one here, 3rd and 5. Now we are going to do a double move. So the number 2 up top, he's going to run a little down, out, and up. Now, to me, that's illegal contact down the field and should be a penalty. They don't get any help right here. But this to me feels like just a day late and a dollar short with this call. Like it was so there the last time that now, yeah, they probably saw the same thing and said, oh, we're going to come back to it, but you're just a tick late. And I don't mean tick late by Jordan Love. I mean tick late with the play call. So here, to me, if you're running an out and up, there are a few elements that I would love to see here. First of all, I don't love this short motion with this because if you don't know it's man, like they're for sure locking this and running with this, you're almost guaranteed with this stack formation like this to get outside leverage. So this player is way outside the guy who's running the out and up. So as he comes up here, the corner's outside leverage. So it's going to be tough. Then he doesn't look. I would prefer as you run to that out, if you can get your head around at all and just peek for a second, that can create a big time illusion to allow you to get up the field. But again, is that illegal hands right there? Yes. Is it called? No. Okay, get over it. Bummer. If you didn't like this, you've got the shallow coming to you with the deep hook. That's just old school shallow cross. And probably paired with like a 7-stopper curl out here. So alert, if you've got it, great. Again, you can see why they'd want the double move. I think it's a good call just late in the game. It was there earlier. Now they try to force it. Again, it's a missed call in my opinion as well. Should be a penalty. It's not. Hard to fault anything from Jordan Love here. You know, maybe you could say, hey, if you don't like it, like he doesn't win, come out and play it out. But shallow cross versus man, not a great feeling. Where do you want the ball to go? Take a look around. We'll do a little Bryce Young exercise. Not a lot of great options there, coach. Either way, I like the idea. Just a tick late. Next one here, 3rd and 4. Big play, bottom of the screen. Now I'm going to assume this is a catch. There's like a weird time discrepancy thing going on here with the game film, so I don't know for sure, but it sure looks like this is a catch. Your boy 19 didn't think it was a catch on the sideline. But for me here, I think this play is harder than it should be, and it relates to Jordan Love's footwork. Again, easy for me to say when I don't have people essentially falling back into my lap. But the idea being, if you watch this play, this route, it's certainly a great read. So we're taking our shot again, outstanding. I think he goes back and forth and runs like a quick out. The thing I want you to pay attention to is at the top of the drop, does he hit that back foot and get all his cleats in the ground and generate the consistent force that I feel like the position usually deserves and needs? Or is he leaking backwards, falling backwards, moving, drifting? Okay, it's not that it makes it impossible, but it certainly makes it hard. And again, you're making it hard on yourself because there's no one back there pushing you back. And you might feel internal pressure. But again, for me, he's just like soft on that back side, that back foot. Hits right there and then goes backwards and off to the left. Guess where the ball goes? Short. It's just one of those things. You can't generate the consistent force that you need when you're moving backwards. And again, we've seen it twice in this game here on really crucial throws that have worked. Okay, but I think if you watch the channel enough to know it's hard to be consistent like this. And again, I'm not saying it's easy. You got 27 right in your lap. You know, going to need to bring the thunder with more force than that on the Pass Pro. But man, set your feet. Yes, he gives his guy a chance. Yes, it's a big play, but man, it could have been easier. Next one here, 2nd and long, coming out of the 2-minute. Score is tied. This is to set up the game-winning field goal. We're going to run shock up top. He's going to hit the tight end on a stick. Tight window. Beautiful throw. Turns into a nice little chunk. This is a great job from Jordan Love playing this thing out again. Guess what? On time, in rhythm, some nice anticipation. That is a tight NFL window for a big play. So this play to me is just a locked hitch by the number one. So locked hitch, inside fade, and then a stick where the ball ends up going. So out and up. And right here, versus zone, you don't really have a lot of great options. I think this fade, inside fade, is good versus man closed. There are certain other concepts that it can work against, or coverages that it can work against, but that's kind of the idea. If you catch zone, you really only have this stick or that locked hitch. And again, this is a really nice throw because it threads the needle on these two players right here. You got to put it right in between. He does a great job of playing this thing with some anticipation and driving this little quick game stick right there and splitting the two defenders. Just a beautiful job. High level quarterbacking when it matters most. Fourth quarter, tie game. Again, see that anticipation. When does he let it go? Right there. You can see the stick's not out of it yet. Right on him. Boom. Split the two defenders, some poor tackling, and that thing is essentially a wrap. Beautiful job. Jordan Love making plays all over the place. Love it right there. Tight window. Hell yeah. So that is a wrap. Jordan Love, big time win on the road. Really fun to watch this performance. I thought he made a number of excellent plays. And I thought my favorite plays were the kind of extended plays where he was kind of either out of structure and totally making the play on his own, or able to kind of bail and torque and rip throws down the field on really meaningful third downs. Just a really impressive performance. Now, I think as we watch more and more Jordan Love, you can really identify when he's in a rhythm, when he's on time, in structure, and he's able to go 1, 2, 3 and rip the ball down the field. He is at his best. Every once in a while, you will see him leak on that back foot or fall off. Now, when it works, he can still make the throws. He's still talented enough to rip the ball deep down the field. It just, in my opinion, impacts the miss radius. And so in this game, they hit. It doesn't mean that they will consistently. So I think it's just worth paying attention to. Again, when Jordan Love on time, in rhythm, and can create and can extend and make plays with his feet, pretty sweet. Pretty fun to watch this unit kind of come into its own. We'll see what it looks like here to close out the rest of the year. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.